Hey everybody, welcome back to the next video. I hope you were able to go back to that very first video to see my presentation or my talk at the Power Talk I gave at the Power Networking Conference that kind of started going into the two big ideas that I took away from a conference that I attended many years ago that kind of set me on my journey. But at that conference I mentioned that these were some of the biggest names in business, direct response marketing, and copywriters on the planet. And there were two big ideas that was taken away from there. Now in that first video I kind of stay on the one idea, which is really a byproduct of what the things that we're sharing, these money-making marketing systems. When you learn how to do this, you learn how to take your knowledge, your experience, your expertise, and your passion and use them for marketing purposes. But at the same time, now that opens you up to reinvent and literally create businesses out of that. Those same pieces that we would use for marketing, you can turn those into cash generating information products or digital products. That's what this whole internet marketing space has grown from. But it started with direct response marketing. So the two big ideas was learning how to construct money-making marketing systems. But then the other idea was taking your knowledge and your experience and expertise and passion and turning it into products. And so that's what that first video talks about. The second video, by now you should get it, it helps you to make the mind shift. The number one mind shift that you should make in order for you to really get financial independence and freedom in your business and begin to scale your business to levels that you've only dreamed of, you have to become a marketer of whatever service you provide. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, a therapist, a plumber, an electrician, you have to understand that that's the skill set that you have. If you're a grocery store owner or a restaurateur, you know, most of us, we get caught up on the recipes and the shelves, stocking shelves and all of those different types of things, even ambiance of the restaurants and how things should look. You know, that's the whole big branding thing that people talk about. But none of that matters if you can't get customers, clients, or leads or patients coming to your door. And in fact, I would say your ideal clients, customers, or patients. We don't want just anyone coming. That's the other myth that we'll be busting up in this training, that you have to create your business or your product or your services for everyone. In fact, I'll tell you that's probably why some of you have really destroyed your businesses, has destroyed your idea. And I know that's a strong term, but it's the truth. When you've consulted with people over the past few years like I have, you come across people with brilliant ideas, brilliant concepts. But then they try to throw it out to everyone. One, you don't have the resources to reach everyone. I know it's 7 billion people on the planet, but that don't mean that you should try to sell to 7 billion people. Hell, McDonald's don't even sell to 7 billion people. So we have to learn to target our ideal clients, customers, or patients, which makes it easier. And that is what gives the system power. That's what gives your money-making marketing system power, that you can affordably and reliably attract the ideal customer, client, or patient that would be the perfect fit for you. And being the perfect fit for you also means that you'll be able to charge the right prices and not be in this continuous race to the bottom of discounting your products and your services. All of this has to do with marketing. That's why this is such an important subject. I touched on the fact that you should never ever give away the marketing and the checkbook. Those are the two things. Definitely never the checkbook, but if you are inclined, because some people say, well, Brother Beverett, I'm just not a marketer. I hear it all the time. I need someone to do this for me. I'm not strong in marketing. Okay, fine. If you feel you want to give away the marketing, you still have to know this. You have to have your own marketing plan that when you hand it over to someone, they can follow what it is that you know is right and exact. Again, as I stated in the last video, no one knows your business better than you. No one knows your customer. When you really dig in, no one will be able to describe your ideal customer, client, or patient better than you. So why do you want to give that to someone else and pay someone else $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $50, even $100,000, and you're not sure Now, I'm not saying you can't pay someone that type of money, but that should be based upon what you give them, or what the relationship that you've developed with them, and they're following your marketing plan, your marketing strategies. So you, at least, at the very least, you want to know this, so that when you do give it away, you're not just, at the mercy of someone else who doesn't know probably half of what you know, right? So what we want to do is get right into the 3 pillars of your money-making marketing system. The first is your message. You have to develop a message. You have to know what you're saying to the marketplace. Most entrepreneurs and business owners are just saying, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. And then no one is buying, and then you're getting frustrated and you're wondering why I can't sell anything. And then most times people come to me, Brother Bedford, I'm not selling anything. And then well, what are you saying? What makes you different? What's resonating in the marketplace? And most business owners and entrepreneurs have nothing. Now, there are several things that you have to have in order to have an effective, an engaging, and a compelling message. But I only want to touch on 2, right? 2 ways, or 2 things, or 2 components of an effective, magnetic, attractive, engaging, and compelling message that makes people want to do business with you. Number 1 is you must have what's called a USP. I first heard that term when I was speaking with the great Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, author, best-selling author of Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, and What Makes the Great Great, and just phenomenal speaker, The Wealth Choice. I mean, just so many great dynamic works. If you don't know who Dr. Kimbrough is, you should look him up. But we were in a conversation, and he used that language, and he was giving me the example of all of the different types of cereals in a grocery store and all of those things. And he was saying, what makes them different? What is their unique selling proposition? And so then he pointed that out, and it almost seemed like he was asking me, he was like, what is your unique selling proposition? In other words, what makes you different? What makes you unique? And in another, after I began to study this, of course, after now he's told me this, now studying this, I would say to even go deeper on that, is your unique selling proposition, your well-defined, well-crafted USP, answers the question that is in all of your prospective customers, clients, or patients' mind. And that question that is in their mind, it comes up even in your mind when you're getting ready to buy something. Even right now, as you're looking at me, you're probably thinking, why should I buy from you, Brother Bedford, as opposed to all of the other options that are available to me, right? And so my unique selling proposition is what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing with you a knowledge that not too many people share. In fact, they think this is a boring subject, talking about marketing, or people think they know marketing, but yet you know if you're struggling with marketing, and you know if you've written checks to the Facebook guru, the LinkedIn guru, the YouTube guru, the Instagram guru, right? The video sales letter guru. You know if you've written a check to them and your results have been, let's just say, lackluster. Not what you've expected. So my messaging, the only reason you're here on this page watching me or on my list is because maybe I've cut through. Maybe something was said or done that is allowing you to pay attention, and now you're focusing on me. See, this is marketing. So actually, we're actually going through the processes of what I'm sharing with you. But I don't want to get off point, but I at least want to just try to give you some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about. So the USP, answering that question in your prospective customer, clients, or patient's mind. Why should I choose? Remember, your customer, your client, your patient, they have the right to choose. So they're thinking, why should I choose you over anyone else? All of the other options that are available to me. So that's what you have to answer in your messaging. That's what has to become crystal clear and apparent. That's what has to set you apart. The second part of that is an irresistible offer. Again, most business owners and entrepreneurs, their messaging is, or their offer is, buy my product, buy my product. One is not setting you apart from your so-called competition, but then two, the offer it's not irresistible. It's not like I used to say from The Godfather, make them an offer that they can't refuse. Are you making me an offer that I can't refuse? And hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be making you an offer that you can't refuse. But I want you to think about this from your business, from your vantage point. Are you creating an offer that your potential customer, client, or patient, they can't refuse? Are you adding things? Are you adding premiums? Are you adding guarantees? Here's a tip. You don't even have to take the course. And here's a tip. Some of you, your conversions will increase simply by adding guarantees. But most of us are scared to add guarantees to our offer, especially black folks. Be like, Brother Bedford, they're going to use it and come back and get that money. And I ain't got the money to be giving them back. I understand. But we got to grow out of it. That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to stretch. We're trying to stretch us to become masters of business. That's what we want to do. But just that tip alone, some of you can go off of here and add a guarantee, a money-back guarantee, 30 days, 60 days, whatever it is, and your conversions will increase. But here's the flip side of that. If you deliver on your promise, you don't have to worry about someone coming back getting the money, asking for a refund because you delivered. So first, make sure that you're delivering on your promise, right? That's a part of the messaging. Whatever that offer is, that promise, make sure you deliver on that, and your refunds will go down. And this is called risk reversal. I'm giving you a lot of nuggets right now. This is called risk reversal. Most people, when we're buying products and services, we have what's called buyer's remorse, right? First, we're scared to buy it, but then once we buy it, we have buyer's remorse because now we don't know it'll work. And so we're in a rush to either see if it works or try to take it back to get the money or to get a refund. And that's called buyer's remorse. But if you add or offer a guarantee, that relaxes, that takes the risk off of the individual, puts the risk back on you, just like it puts it back on me. All right? So those are two things. We got some other things that we'll cover in terms of creating your unique selling proposition, your USP, and creating an engaging, compelling, and irresistible, a mafioso offer, an offer that they can't refuse. We'll go into that. The second pillar is your target market. You heard me earlier talking about, you can't sell to everyone. You got to know who you're selling to. You have to know your customer. You have to know what they like, what they want, what they desire, what they read, where do they frequent, where do they congregate, what colors they like, what books they like to read. Now, I'm saying you don't have to know all of these things at the same time, but this is the type of exercise you have to put yourself through when you're developing your messaging, because they're connected, because your market influences the message, because you want to speak the language of your market. And what we'll be doing in this training is that we'll be going into how to choose your target market. And there are at least 5 ways. And we're going to go into all 5 of those. There's 6, but I'm definitely 5, and I may give you the bonus, the other one, on how to choose your market. When we were at the Power Networking Conference, I gave the example. I had a brother, and maybe this will help to put some clarity on this. I had a brother who had a carpet cleaning service. And he was following these marketing principles really outside of myself. He had stumbled upon these things from another marketer, a famous marketer who I knew about, who was using these same direct response marketing strategies and principles. And so he was following it to a T, but he wasn't getting the results. And at that time, I wasn't wise enough. Now I can easily look back and say, man, now I know what his problem was. But at that time, I couldn't consult him. This was a few years ago. This was quite some time ago. But I couldn't consult him properly because He was doing everything right, or at least it appeared that he was doing everything right, but he wasn't getting the results. And now I can honestly say I know why he wasn't getting the results. Because even though he had the right messaging, the right marketing materials, the right unique selling proposition, even just a phenomenal offer, he was offering it to people who could not afford his services. He was offering carpet cleaning services to a bunch of rental units, people who were renting. And they just weren't inclined to pay a premium price to get their carpets cleaned or to hire a carpet cleaner to come in because they were renting. They didn't own the house. In fact, they would try to either get the landlord to do it or they'd go down to Home Depot or Lowe's or some other place and get some stuff and clean their carpets themselves. They're not anxious to pay hundreds of dollars for someone to come in and clean their carpets. See, he should have been directing that message to homeowners, people who valued their home, people who had invested a lot of money in their carpets and who held family functions and holiday parties, and they needed this type of work done. But he was focusing on a community or a group of people who, for the most part, were renters. Now I can look back and say, man, he had everything right. He had the best equipment. He had all of this, but he was marketing to the wrong people. And so his message always seemed forced. And he would always get very frustrated. They don't want to support black people, don't support nothing, Brother Bedford. I mean, he was going in. And now I can reflect now and say, it's real simple, brother. They really couldn't afford it. They're not thinking about carpet cleaning service. And so here's a man who had the right message, but the wrong market. So that's the point. So you, even with all your wisdom and your great product and service right now, you may be directing it to the wrong market. And you're getting frustrated. You're upset because they're not buying. And you've worked on your logo and everything else, and you even got a great message, great presentation, but they're not buying. That's because it may be the wrong market. So you have to get that together. You have to identify who is my ideal client, customer, or patient so that you can develop a message that resonates with them. Okay? So that's the second pillar. And as I said, we'll at least go into the 5 major ways. There is a 6th way. Once we get engaged in the actual training, we'll see if we need to go into that 6th way. But the first 5 are sufficient. Trust me. They're more than sufficient. In fact, it's what these billion-dollar companies focus on. The third is the media. Brother Bedford, why you ain't on the gram? Why you ain't doing the gram? Because my customer, my ideal customer, my ideal client is not on the gram. So why should I be there? Some of you are on Facebook and your client isn't there. Your customer isn't there. They may have a profile, but they don't make their buying decisions there. Maybe LinkedIn, but more importantly, maybe even offline. That's another component that we're going to be teaching. Nowadays, it used to just be offline marketing, right? And then now everything is transitioned to online marketing. But the businesses of the future who are going to have the most success and maximize their earning potential are going to be those who have the appropriate balance of offline and online marketing. How to drive people who are offline online, or how to drive people who are online offline. Sometimes you're online and you're driving traffic right into your competition because everybody's online. All you got to do is look around at whatever it is that you do and see if there's others like you all online. So why would you drive your perfect client or customer into an environment where the competition is fierce? So you have to learn how to migrate them to you, to where we don't want to call them funnels, but we want to migrate them to your own selling systems or vacuums, to where you can have these intimate conversations with them, to deliver your message, to convince them to do business with you. Most business owners and entrepreneurs, this is where they make the mistake. They neglect all of the other things that we talked about, and then they jump straight to media. And it's not that media is bad by itself. All media is good for some purpose, right? But all of a sudden, the business owner and entrepreneur is neglecting everything else that we talked about. Then all of a sudden, one day, realize, oh, we got to get some customers, some clients in here. We got to get some business going. And then they jump straight to the media. And then when the media doesn't work, they're not realizing that they've neglected the other two parts that we've talked about. And so the media is ineffective. And then they just automatically say, well, it doesn't work, or it doesn't work for me, or I've tried this, Brother Bedford. I tried direct mail. Oh man, we're going to talk about direct mail. I'm excited about that because I think there's a tremendous opportunity for many of us as business owners and entrepreneurs in that space. However, we neglect those other three things and it don't work. So let's sum this up. Let's wrap this up. Message, market, media. You have to have all three of them in order for you to have a money-making marketing system that works, that repeatedly gives you clients, customers, patience. If you have a good message, the wrong market, and the right media, it won't work. You can have the right media, the right market, and the wrong message, and it won't work. You can have the right media, the right message, and the wrong market, and it won't work. You need all three of them to work together. It's like when you take a picture or sitting on a three-legged stool. Would you sit on a stool, a three-legged stool, and one of the legs was broken? Oh, if two legs broken, I know you wouldn't sit on a one-legged stool. So you need all three of those legs to balance your business. And so it is with you. You need the right message, targeted to the right market, delivered through the right media. And when you have all three of those things working in concert, you have a successful money-making marketing system, and your chances for success, it's just through the roof. It becomes easier to do business when you have those things. So, again, let's wrap up. You need those three things: a message, market, and media. When you have them together, they work, your business works, you have success. So now let me tell you what I offer, okay? And I'm going to pull out the paper because I want to make sure that I give you everything. As I mentioned, this is a 6-week online training. It'll be every Monday, starting on the 16th, where a module is delivered to you. You're able to go in and you're able to study. You're able to get some of the other materials that come along with these different modules, the supplemental materials. And then every Saturday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have a Q&A where we'll discuss the module and you're able to ask me all of your questions. And I'm going to stay on to exhaust everything to make sure you fully understand each module. Okay, so it's a 6-week training covering the overall philosophy and strategies of the money-making marketing system. Again, remember, this is all about you learning how to build your own money-making marketing system. And once you have this, no one can take this away from you, and it's yours for life. No one can take this knowledge away from you. So, we're going to go over those 3 pillars, the entire philosophy, all of the strategies, with examples, everything that I've done. But not only are we going to just cover those strategies, that philosophy, make sure we drill deep. Let me just make sure you understand. We're going to show you how to cut through the clutter and stand out in a crowded market space. That's when we talk about the message. That's when we talked about that USP. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to share with you over 20 ideas to help you to develop an engaging and compelling USP. Something that will make sure that you are what I like to call the category of one, where you're standing alone in your industry, or if you're not standing alone, you're one of the few. And then there's a few strategies and tips that we're going to show you to make sure that even if you have stiff competition, you still stand alone where people would prefer you over your competition. We're also going to show, we talked about how to create an irresistible offer. So we're going to actually set aside a bonus training for that. So I'm not just going to talk about creating an irresistible offer. We're going to train you on how to create an irresistible offer all by itself. Now that training alone is worth $997 because I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm also going to show you some price strategies within that. And within that, everyone should have at least a $500 to $1,000 product. So I want you to think about this. That's a $997 training. But if I show you how to come up with a $997 product and make that offer irresistible, you've made your money back in one sale. One sale. So I just want you to understand where we're going with this. So that's the bonus training. So now when we get to the market, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to show you the 5 areas, 5 ways to choose your target market. We're going to dive deep into demographics, psychographics, geographics, and then there's 2 others that I want to really dive deep into, because once you get these others, it's a wrap. You'll always be able to generate money on demand if you do it properly. And then when it comes to the media, as I mentioned, I'm going to show you some ways on offline, some effective online and offline strategies that you'll be able to use. But with that comes learning how to deal or write effective copy, creating engaging topics, headlines, bullet points, all of these things that even if you're scripting and you're putting it on video or audio, you still want to be able to write your scripts out, or at least have the framework together. So we're going to even give you a bonus training. I'm going to talk about that in 1 second. When we start talking about choosing or creating lead magnets, this is all a part of your offer. I'm going to give you 17 ways to create your lead generation magnet, 17 different ideas. So you're not going to have any excuses on how to generate leads for your business and how to convert them, how to put them into your own sales funnel, your own marketing channel. You're not going to have any excuses. And as I just mentioned, when it comes to writing the copy, I'm going to show you how to write what we call mouth-watering copy, right? To kind of get your prospects, your clients, and your customers really salivating to get to your offers. And not only am I going to show you how to do that, I'm going to give you some templates, 50 headline templates that you can just swipe and steal. So one headline can really turn a campaign around. We're going to give you at least 33 easy bullet points that you can, not just the bullet points, but the formulas on how to construct them so that you'll be able to modify them on any campaigns you want for life. So that's what we're going to do for that first part about developing your message. We already talked about the 5 ways that you're going to choose your market, and I'm going to show you how to create a profile. Some people call them avatars, whatever you want to call them. There's different language, but we're going to show you how to create a profile so you can reliably and consistently attract quality customers, clients, or patients. And then, as I mentioned, when it comes to the media, that kind of ties back into the copy. I'm going to show you how to develop sales messages that whatever media you use, you'll be able to attract your ideal customers, clients, or patients. Now, this is going to be heavily weighted towards an offline strategy, but of course, I can't stop there. I'm actually going to give you the training, or share with you in these modules the training on money-making internet marketing. So we're going to talk about how to attract your ideal and perfect customer by using Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google. So I'm covering all 3 of the main traffic sources where really that's enough. I mean, you can get on Instagram and all of those different things, but if you're running advertising, ads, I want to show you how to do that on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google. And here's a surprise that I have for you. I have some, of course, I got tons of friends, and we're going to talk about that in a minute too, but other experts who are doing these things at a tremendous clip. And I'm pretty sure I can get 1 or 2 of them on the phone to answer all of your Facebook questions, all of your YouTube questions or Google questions, and all of your LinkedIn questions to make sure that you're able to develop campaigns that get you the clients and the customers that you're desirous of. So let me do a quick recap real quick. We're going to give you the overall philosophy and strategies of the money-making marketing system. We're going to dig deep into message, showing you how to cut through all of the clutter in a crowded marketplace by 20 different ideas to generate your unique selling proposition. We kind of covered that in depth earlier. I don't think I need to go over that again. We're talking about creating an irresistible offer, but I'm not just going to go through, I don't want to gloss over that. I'm not just going to give you 4 to 5 things. We're going to do a completely separate training on how to make them an offer that they can't refuse. I'm going to show you how to create those lead magnets that we talked about, turning your knowledge, your experience, your expertise into these lead magnets, whether they're checklists, ebooks. I'm going to show you all of that to consistently generate qualified leads for your business. I'm also going to show you how to write mouth-watering copy that converts your prospects. I'm going to give you the formulas. I mean, once you know the formulas, it's there. You don't have to worry about someone else having to come in to give you the formula to generate leads, the formula to connect with your clients, your customers, or your patients. I'm going to show you how to do that. We already talked about the 5 ways to choose your market, meaning that we're going to create your help you to create your profiles, and we talked about being able to choose the right media, and I'm going to show you, again, this goes into the land of copy, developing that message, because once you have that, you're able to insert that in the appropriate media channels, whether it's video, print, television, radio. It doesn't matter once you know the formulas, okay? And then, of course, we're going to show you all of that. Take that and show you how money-making marketing systems, this magnetic marketing, this attraction type of marketing, this lead generation marketing, how this works in the internet space, especially today. You really need to get involved or understand how to generate leads in social media, but migrate them to your own platforms or to your own sales funnels or sales systems, as we talked about earlier. So again, we're going to cover how to attract your ideal and perfect customer using Facebook, LinkedIn customer attraction, and then of course how to attract your perfect customer using Google. Okay, and then that's not all. I'm going to be sending you some supplemental material, and a lot of these are the exercises when we're going through this training of choosing the customer, dealing with market, message, and media. You have some things to fill in. And once you fill these things in, what we're essentially doing is developing your marketing plan, your ultimate marketing plan that now you have it. Now you know your market, your message, and your media, how you're going to do it, the strategies, the philosophy, and now you can literally hand that off to someone, someone that you want, your marketing team, someone you're trying to hand the marketing off to, maybe somebody that you're training, a child, a spouse, or whomever it is, a business partner. Now you'll have it, and everybody in your company will be on the same page when it comes to your marketing plan, your marketing agenda, your marketing effort. So let's just cover those 3 things right quick. Number 1, the overall thing, the overall philosophy and strategies of the money-making marketing system, drilling deep to make sure that you understand it. And once you have the knowledge, it can't be taken away from you. We're going to show you how that translates to the internet. So you'll have the money-making internet marketing systems that you'll be able to implement, again, using Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google. You'll have your ultimate money-making marketing plan that you'll be able to use whenever and wherever with whomever you want. And then after that, after we go through all of this training, you and I are going to get on the phone and have what we call a breakthrough and action step call. Meaning you and I are going to get on the phone, I'll be able to look at your plan, and you and I are going to dig deep to find out exactly what it is that you need to do, what's missing, what you can implement, what can you import to make sure that you're doing this thing correctly. And so you and I will be on the phone for at least an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. I don't put limits on that. We do the job until it gets done. Now, I mentioned the bonus training. Make them an offer that they can't refuse. That alone is worth $997. Then, one of the things that I did at the Power Networking Conference, I actually had a couple of my partners come up and help do with the present or present the presentation. They didn't present my presentation, but they came up and they had a few words, and it was a pleasant surprise for those who were in the audience to hear from Benny Randall and Marquell Russell, but also some of those who were there. They had an opportunity to see my interaction with some of the paragons of Black America and entertainment. You've seen my work with Conversations with Black Millionaire Entrepreneurs, and the new initiative that we're launching with right on the heels of the money-making marketing system is what we call the Masters of Business, the mob, the M-O-B. But we call it's the Masters of Business, but we're calling it the mob. And we're asking people to join the mob. But with the mob, I've been blessed to connect with some of the most intelligent, brilliant brothers and sisters from all over the world. And they are at the height of their industries or categories or their expertise. And so someone asked me, how do you do these joint ventures, these strategic alliances that you do? How do you get these people? And I call these people My brothers and sisters, I call them my Black Panthers. And so we're going to do a special training also to show you how to surround yourself with Black Panthers, how to be able to do products with Black Panthers, such as how I deal with conversations with Black millionaire entrepreneurs, and how I have a few other projects coming out. I can't speak on them just yet, but we got a couple big projects coming out with some very big name people. And I want to show you how I do that, how I strategically develop relationships with Panthers and surround myself with them, so that that helps to lift my profile, and it also helps me to create very powerful products and services by incorporating these Panthers into my business. So that training by itself is $997. I'm also going to give you 2 tickets to the Money Making Marketing Bootcamp, because we're actually getting ready to launch a 20-city tour starting in around 4 weeks. We'll be starting to go around the country talking about this very same subject. And if we're close to you, in a city near you, you'll be able to come for free. And you'll also be able to bring a friend or a partner or a spouse, someone that you want to get this information. Now, first, when you come for free, we're going to be able to help you as a boot camp to help you with your own money-making marketing system. So you're able to bring your materials and everything and have me take a look at it while we're there in your town. But you're also able to bring a partner, a spouse, or someone within your business for $97. So the cost of the boot camps will be $197. You get in free, but then there's a $100 discount for anyone else that you want to come and attend the Money Making Marketing Boot Camps when we're in a city that's near you. That's a value of $297. Then you just heard me mention the Masters of Business that will be launching in September. This is a membership that, it's a global membership of all of the top brilliant business minds in the world, Black business minds in the world, and we're calling it the Masters of Business. So I want you to join the mob. But what I'm going to do as a bonus to make sure that you understand what the mob is about, and as we're developing it, we're just in the beginning stages, we're going to give you 2 months free where you'll receive the information once we open it up, the information and the actual physical newsletter materials that we'll be sending to you. You get 2 months free. So, and that's a $94 value because it's $47 initially. That membership will be going up to $97 and even $197 for deeper studies with us in the Masters of Business. However, the beginning, I guess you can call it beta, is $47. And so you'll get 2 months free. So let's recap that real quick. You're going to get the overall philosophy and strategies of the money-making marketing system, money-making internet marketing system, the ultimate money-making marketing plan as we're going to go through that. You get your breakthrough and strategic action steps call with myself. Plus, you're going to get the bonus training of make them an offer that they can't refuse, surrounding yourself with Black Panthers, and 2 tickets to the money-making marketing boot camp when we come to your town, and 2 months free membership into the Masters of Business. That's $997, $997, $297, and $94. And all of this comes with the 6-week training of the earlier 4 pillars that I mentioned: the strategies, the internet marketing, the marketing plan, and the call. Now you're probably saying, well, damn, Brother Bedford, this is going to cost an arm and a leg. No, it's not. It costs 3 payments of $397. Or 1 payment of $997. That's it. The actual bonuses cost more, and you're getting those for free than the actual training. I don't know what else I can do. 3 payments of $397, 1 payment of $997, and I'm going to show you how to build your own money-making marketing system. You're going to get the modules for life. You're going to be able to ask me questions. And here's what I would do as well. I want you to do this. Jump in, learn it, ask me the questions, put together your materials, and show me that you're putting together your materials. And if you can't make $997 back in a year, I'm going to give you a 12 month. If you can't make it in 12 months, just say, Brother Bedford, this didn't work for me. This was garbage. It didn't work for me. And I'll give you your money back. So you got a whole year. A whole year to get in, learn it. But that's just how confident I am that even if you make a mistake, I know you're going to make $1,000. Easy. You're going to have a product. You're going to become a consultant. You're going to do something with this that I know that even if you mess up, you're going to make $997. But if you don't, Just show me. Say, Brother Bedford, here's the stuff. I did this, and it didn't work. And I'll give you your money back. All right? I don't know what else I can do. So the button should be somewhere down here, somewhere on the page, up there to the side. I don't know. The button somewhere, either 3 payments of $397 or 1 payment of $997. The buttons are somewhere. I look forward to seeing you in the training starting very, very soon. So go ahead, make sure you get in. Talk to you soon. Take care.